you've got dissonance there, you have a problem. It means that she's really going to be uncomfortable with having to always deal with his friends, his associates, his community. And this is going to be a bone of contention in their relationship. And of course, you can see the way that's going to come out in a conversation between them. Look at the way the energy is moving here. This 4026 is going to play a pivotal role in the way energy moves in that design. Because it's going to be the 4426 that gets the energy to the throat. In other words, you can see that the 4426, what it's going to do is it's going to be an outlet for this configuration here, the logical format. The keeper of the keys has to go through the intimacy, go up through the community, cross over through transitoriness in order finally to get up to the throat. That's the natural frequency, that's the natural movement of the energy in their relationship. So she says to him, I'm tired of having to deal with all your friends. And he says to her, we have a duty to do that. And of course, in the duty, they have their companionship. And in the companionship, they have resonance and harmony. So, every time she complains about having to be with his friends and having to deal with his people, he says, but that's your duty as a princess, madame. That's what you came into here. Now, obviously, if you don't know that that's in the structure, that is your place of compromise, that's going to eat at you. And it's not going to eat at her at first. At first it can be, geez, all these people are interesting. I get to meet this one and blah, blah, blah. And she gets to find a place immediately within that community. But after a while, that's going to be very, very painful to constantly have to compromise. Remember that. You're in somebody's aura. They have the whole channel. You have to compromise. And the more you fight, the more difficult it becomes. And her 41st line, that's her resonance to her personality profile. She wants to be open, to be able to deny companionship based on not being ready because she hasn't done her research. I don't know if I want to be that person's friend. You can't force me to take them into my community now, because her first line rejects that, because that's a basic theme for her. And what that's saying is every time he takes her into that kind of social situation, she feels inferior. She feels insecure. I'm not royal blood, I'm blah, 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 this and that, da, da, da. I don't know, I'm not a real princess. I'm not all of this stuff that can bubble up inside out of this sense of inferiority and being dragged into something that does not go along with her purpose.